Hey family, grand rise to you all. I'm doing a missing person reading. I was led by the spirit to do this. This doesn't happen too often. Um, but this brother here, he's 28 years old. He goes by Tykerrious Ray. Here is a picture of him. I found this on the Facebook group. And I also want to give a shout out to Arctic Fox True Crime. That's how I found out about this brother that's missing. That's his name on the bottom, Tykerrious Ray. It is stated last seen on December 28th of last year, 2023. His vehicle was found in a driveway on Old 99. I don't know if that's a highway or what, but it said it. Let me see. His vehicle was found in a driveway, but I don't know if it's like somebody else's driveway or his driveway. I don't know. But anyway, his vehicle was found in a driveway on Old 99. Any sighting, contact details, or any information about him, please call the Roseburg Police Department. He's 28 years old, male. It has hair black. He's 6'4", weighs 170 pounds. I don't mean no harm, but it makes me so mad. It's like what needs to be said is not said. And to me, there's more information that they can give out. And I know it's an ongoing investigation, but it's not really telling us anything. It really isn't. Um, I don't know why on this flyer it's saying he was found in a driveway. Like who driveway? That is the question. Who driveway? Anyway, um, whatever you see here in this energy reading, it is not facts. It is allegedly, and this is for entertainment purpose only. Um, I want to, send out much love and light to Tykerrious family members. I'm sorry that your loved one had disappeared, and it has been a while since December. I pray that your loved one will be found no matter what, because there's nothing like not knowing. And I will be keeping his family members in my prayers tonight. That light will continuously shine on the darkness surrounding Tykerrious Ray disappearance. Yes, indeed. I don't know everything, but I knows what I know. And within my reading, there are a lot of clues that can come out that I feel that can be very helpful. It's just a matter of his family members, if they happen to watch, do their own research, look into it. But anyway, with that being said, I thank you all for caring, for taking the time to watch. As you see, I've already gotten started. I'm just trying to get an idea of the energy surrounding Tykerrious. And anything Spirit wants me to know about him or the energy, that was going on with him. Okay, this is not going to be a long video. It's not going to be dragged out long video. I kind of have an idea of the energies already. One thing when it comes to my readings, the messages will repeat. Okay, they will repeat. So yeah. So anyway, I don't know this brother, but God knows him. Okay, and I am praying for his safe return. Now that being said, I am going to share this, okay? But what's coming to me, okay? Because I've already pretty much did the work behind the scenes to get an idea what I'm looking at. But it's a matter of fitting those pieces to the puzzle. Now, other than his vehicle was found in no Tykerrious, right? And I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. And if I'm not, I apologize in advance, okay? But I'm looking at his picture and it tells me a lot. Now, other than his vehicle being found in no Tykerrious, What I'm picking up is I feel like a lot of this is pertaining to relationships. Let me just say that I'm picking up on rejection. Okay, the word rejection. I'm picking up on something pertaining to his workplace. I don't know if he has a job or not. It just depends on what is it that he does as far as, when it comes to generating income. I don't know him. I don't know what he does. I don't know how he makes his money, but I'm picking up on something relating to his workplace. Okay. So as I stated, I'm getting rejection. I'm getting something about pertaining to his workplace. I'm getting something about, you know, it can, it, let me, just give me a minute. Um, I don't know if, let me just say this, whatever that was going on with him, right? Whatever that was going on with him, it looks like he wanted to step away. Some people want to run away from their problems. They can be so distraught due to relationships or things just not going or working out in their life. Some people just want to get away. Okay. Um, I even think about the word run away from home. Not saying he ran away from home, but it looks like he wanted to get away. Maybe to step away, to clear his mind, or whatever the case may be. But also, I picked up on somebody wanted to set him up. Okay, somebody wanted to set him up, and for some reason, it's something about the workplace. Okay, something about the workplace. Um, I don't know if he met up with somebody, but it looks like somebody had other plans for him. That's all I'm saying, okay? I'm just praying that he's just somewhere laying low, due to whatever that caused him to up and leave home. Because see, I don't know the background. All I know, they said his car was in the driveway, but who driveway? His driveway, somebody else's driveway? I don't know. Now, definitely check out Archie Fox True Crime, okay? Here on YouTube. You can receive additional commentary, but I'm just going by what I'm picking up on. Um, but it's more to the story. Okay, it's more to the story. It is more to the story. Now, when I'm using the shadow deck, right? The shadow deck just lets me know about those shadow hidden aspects of an individual. It can let me know about a person thoughts, how they're feeling. I also can get a background of the also I can get an idea of the background, what was going on with that individual, as well as anybody that they have crossed paths with. Okay, I can pick up on their energy too, as far as what has allowed him to. Let me just say this, as far as what could be affecting him in a positive or a negative way. But when it comes to the shadow is not good at all. Okay, it's never good. But you still get an idea of the background scenario. Now, the radiant deck right here can speak of those positive aspects of an individual. But see, I can also read these upside down, whether he was operating in that energy or not. So let me just go over this real quick and just share with you what I'm getting here. Okay. Now I look at this as past, present, future, and outcome, but I also see them as random messages. So keep that in mind. I see them as random messages. I'm just going to read them out, okay? I have here held hostage. Now, if he was riding around, right? He like I said, he could have crossed paths with somebody, but this to me, this is someone. This is someone. I'm not picking up on like regular abduction, but this is someone that's in a situation or an environment they can't see a way out. Okay, it says held hostage. I think about somebody that's in a situation that they found themselves in and they can't see a way out. Okay, that's what comes to me with this right here, held hostage. But it still doesn't mean that he's not with somebody and he can't escape. But anyway, I got held hostage. I got betrayal. For me to get betrayal, this is somebody that he knows. You know, um, I think about as far as what led up to the disappearance. He could have been hurt by this right here. He could have been betrayed by somebody that he knows. Okay, that could have been on his mind. Because like I said, I am picking up on the fact that when he left home or whatever the case may be, he was feeling some type of way and wanted to go somewhere to clear his head. But I feel like it's due to this right here, betrayal. That's what I'm trying to make. Betrayal is definitely playing a part. And like I said, when I get the word betrayal, I think about somebody he knows. I have here fearful. I have here learning. Now when I see, and this is the radiant deck. When I see radiant, I think about somebody coming to some kind of information. That which was once hidden is being revealed. Or let me just say coming to the light. So I have here learning. Or I think about receiving clarity about something, okay? I got here learning. I got here truthful. I feel like he's known for speaking his I feel like the truth was coming out about something. Let me just say that, okay? I feel like whatever that he was in the dark about, the truth was coming out. Whether he was speaking his truth or somebody else was sharing truth with him, okay? Of anything that was hidden in the dark. I have here anxiety. I have here entanglement. This speaks about a complicated, difficult relationship that can be quite toxic, okay? And it can be a third party energy, if you know what I mean, okay? So I have here entanglement. I have here dark. He could have been dealing with a dark individual, or he could have been in the dark about something. Whether he was holding on to some information or the other individual was holding on to information. But I got the word dark. Now, let me say this real quick, and I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just going off what I'm picking up being led by the spirit. Now, this says intelligent. I'm sure that Tykerrious is a very intelligent man, okay? But I feel like this should be read upside down. The opposite of intelligent, what I get is ignorant, okay? Ignorant due to poor choices, making the wrong move, okay? Not using good judgment. That's what's coming to me. But like I said, I'm sure he is very intelligent, okay? But I feel like this should be read. I feel like this should be read upside down due to how everything kind of snowballed in his life. I have here abuse. I think about abuse of power. A lot of time, an authority figure can operate in this. Okay, I think about a parent. I don't know if he has any children or not. You know, whether it be on his side or his child or his child's uh, mother side. But if that's not the case, abuse is playing a part here also. Okay, like I said, abuse of power. I think about authority figures. You know, I think about you know, boss, manager, supervisor. You get them going with this. I think about authority figures when it comes to like cop, security. You get what I'm going with this, okay, family? But anyway, I'm just giving you some scenarios, but abuse is playing a part here also. Somebody is abusing their power. I have here destruction. I think about sudden destruction. I have here fortunate. I have here in love. This could be Tykerrious, having feelings for somebody, in love with him, or somebody could have been in love with him, or you know what I'm saying, vice versa. But anyway, the energy of in love is coming out. I have here insecurities, and I did mention betrayal, so I have here also heartbroken. So something definitely jumped out. Something was bothering him. Something was on his mind to where I feel like he wanted to drive somewhere and just go clear his mind. Okay. But see, I don't know where his vehicle was parked, you know. But anyway, I got heartbroken. I have here ambulance. And let me say this also. I feel like wherever he is, he's still somewhere that's still close by. Let me just say that. I don't know anything about the area. I don't live in the area. But I feel like he's still not that far from that area. Um, it's a possibility he could be on. Now, by me talking like that, I'm not saying he's deceased now, okay? I really don't want to say yay or nay, but I feel like he could be on somebody's property. I'm picking up on land, okay, land. Um, but I'm still getting on somebody's property. But I am picking up on land, okay? Um, let's continue. I'm getting disconnection. I think about somebody, they don't want to be bothered. They are distancing themselves from others or whomever that they choose to distance themselves from. Now, also the disconnection can be with relationships, also pertaining to relationships. Also, I'm getting here temptation is playing the part. I'm getting here awkward, feeling awkward. Now, I'm gonna say this real quick. I have to say it because you just never know how key words can play a vital part in somebody that's disappeared. But I'm getting the word closet also. Um, I don't know if the spirit talking about an actual closet. That there could be some clues in his closet. If I think about things that are hidden, or it can be due to somebody is trying to keep certain things about themselves um, hidden. Let me just say that. But the keyword closet is coming out to me also. I have here ignorance. I have here hostility. I have here humiliation. I have here gossip. So somebody is gossiping. Somebody knows something. There's a lot of gossip going on. Now, if it's not surrounding him, this could be going on in the workplace. All I know is I'm getting gossip. Maybe a little birdie got in his ear about somebody, or a little birdie got in somebody else's ears about him. All I know is I'm getting gossip. I have here vindictive. This body, a person like this, um, a person like this may want revenge. You know, they carry grudges. I'm getting vindictive. This energy is what's surrounding him. I'm getting drunk. So I don't know if Tykerrious, drink. I mean, I don't know if he drinks or not, but if it's not his energy, it's somebody, that he crossed paths with that drinks. But I'm getting drunk. Now let me say this real quick. They found his vehicle. I wonder was his vehicle in an accident or did it run out of gas? I'm just wondering about that. But see, we don't know. We don't know. All we know is they found his vehicle. But I was wondering, did his vehicle in an accident or something? And if not, it could have just been abandoned. Okay, I have here forgiven. Okay, this is definitely what's needed. Let me just say that. But he could be someone that's very forgiving. I have here drained. I think about somebody that's very emotionally drained. I have here conflicted. This one is having a lot of mixed feelings. This says leader. I don't know why this would come out unless Tykerrious carry himself as a leader, not a follower. But also a leader can be somebody that's over you. Okay, I think about management. But anyway, the word leader is coming out. Could be a clue. I have here open. Depends on what this means to him. He could be somebody that's very, very open. I have here easygoing. This could be his characteristic, very easygoing. I have here approachable. This could be his characteristic as well. He's easily, he's somebody you can walk up to. He's very approachable. I have here, friendly. He's very friendly. And the word patient is coming out as well. I know y'all can't see this picture, but that's okay. Long as I can see, that's what matter. Now I'm going to reshuffle, but I'm just going to read. I'm going to read out what came out. Okay, I'm going to reshuffle. I have here met up with a person by choice, foolish decision, hookup. Now I did get something about car accident, but I haven't heard anything about his vehicle being damaged. All I know they said that his vehicle was found. So maybe the fact that me getting this, it just letting me know that it's something pertaining to his vehicle, okay? But obviously his vehicle was found. Um I am getting something about there's water nearby, okay? I got dehydrated, need more water intake. I have something about a community park close by. I got moon, deception, lie, deceit, danger, and fraud is coming out. So there is some deception surrounding his story. Okay, there is some deception due to lies. Okay, and fraud surrounding his story. Um, I don't know what his background is, but according to the spirit, I got maintenance worker has problem solving skills. I don't know if he's a maintenance worker at all. Only his loved one would know what he does for, or family, or either his loved ones, family, or friends know what he does for a living. But according to the spirit, it has here problem solving skills. Okay, has problem solving skills. Now, if this is not his energy, it could be the energy of somebody else. But anyway, somebody has problem solving skills, and I do have the word maintenance, but that may not be that may not have nothing to do with it. It has here, um, and let me say this about his car. What I want to know is if he was driving his car, did he have, you know how you drive your car and also you start having issues with it, and like some people get out and walk to go to the nearest service station, or get out and walk and try to find somebody to where they can get some help when it comes to their vehicle. You know, I'm wondering about that too. It's something about his vehicle. I just can't really put my hand on it yet. Um, but anyway, okay. It has here, I'm not really sure what this means. I'm just going to read it out, okay? Because I am going to reshuffle. It says this Joker, the Joker would be like a suspect or a person of interest, okay? This Joker took them due to their unhealthy sexual urges. They felt tempted and acted on it. And we did see the word temptation, okay? So when I think about the word closet, I think about somebody that he could have encountered. I don't know if this individual works with him or he just could have crossed paths with somebody, but somebody's holding, I don't want to say two energies, but somebody has unhealthy urges. I say that, okay? I have here in denial, refusal, will not accept the truth, okay? I have here look into work related, okay? Question, look into work related. And I will share this right here that came out twice. Something about his workplace. Something about lives alone. I don't know if Tykerrious lives alone or not. I have here singled out and targeted. They were alone. I have here authority corruption. Question authority corruption. I have here no positive movement forward. But it's just a random message, okay? I'm going to reshuffle. I have here keeping up a false image. They wear a mask. Somebody does. I have here I will set them up. I want them out of the way. Okay. And we did see that message that's letting us know that somebody holds grudges. Okay. I will set them up to get what I want. Pretty much, I want them out of the way, whatever that means. No commitment, no loving, secure relationships, lack attention, lack nurturing. Something about evidence in dumpster. I got the word rejected, rejected, turned down, refused, declined, not accepting or believing something or someone's idea. So I don't know. I don't know if he was approached by someone and what they want from him. You know, he was like, no, 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 thank you. But I'm getting the word rejection big time, okay? And everything's allegedly family. I do look at repeated messages, okay? All I know is something to it. I got here force blow to the head, traumatic injuries, allegedly. Left home, ran away, their choice. Uh what I get from that is, he probably just, left his home location. It looked like there was some traveling. The way I get it, he wanted to get away and clear his head, okay? Now I do got farmland, but I'm getting land, period. And it's definitely on somebody's property. Lying and manipulative behavior, poor judgment. Okay? Lying and manipulative behavior, poor judgment. I got here, you two are not equally yoked, has no true connection. But see, I don't know if he was seeing somebody being set up to look guilty. I didn't do it, but the key word is being set up. They will be found in the near future. That means from this day forward. That can be any time within 3, 6, 9, 12 days, weeks, possibly months. They will be found in the near future. No happy ending, allegedly. But he will be found according to the spirit, okay? Nearby abandoned property. Now, I mean, it can be a building, a shed, a home. All I know is I'm getting property and land. The need to compromise, not seeing things clearly, not seeing eye to eye, um, due to disagreements. Hidden in plain sight, not far. That's what I'm getting. Hidden in plain sight, not far. So wherever they found his vehicle, um, I cannot tell you the surrounding distance, but hitting in plain sight, not far, that speaks volume. That means wherever his vehicle was found, he's not that far from it. I don't want you, leave me alone. I'm getting that also. So I think about somebody that's crossing. I think about somebody that's trying to cross boundaries with him. I don't want you, leave me alone. Blindsided, caught off guard, and I'm also getting jealous and envy. But see, a lot of this information is it's a lot of I'm getting a lot of background information. Okay, I'm getting a lot of background information, and I am going to use one more deck, and I'm going to end this reading. I'm just praying that he will be found no matter what, because it's nothing like not knowing. All right, family. Normally I don't do that. I had to pause this time. I had to step away. Um, this is what I'm getting so far, but I am going to reshuffle in front of many of you. Now, one of my cards had fallen on the floor that I used earlier. Um, let me see something. Now, remember, I was getting something about workplace. Um, Now, this right here says victim is close by the suspect job location in or near the area. And then this says within 15 or 10. It says less than 10. I'm sorry, 15. Let me read it again. Let me read it again. Now, and I'm not saying he's a victim. I'm just reading the message, okay? Now, this says victim is close by the suspect job location in or near the area, less than 15, 10, or 5 miles. I'm just sharing this just in case. All I know, I'll give you something about um I was getting something about workplace, something pertaining to workplace. But maybe the spirit was letting me know it could be the other person of interest, that he could be near their job location. But anyway, I'm gonna share this right here, reshuffle, and go back to this one again and reshuffle, and then I'm gonna end this reading. Okay. So let me just show you what I have here. Remember, everything's allegedly. It's like putting the pieces to the puzzle, because it's not what we see here. The Most High God has the final say. Okay. It says cold case, lack of activity searching. So I really don't know what the authorities are doing. But every time I look around, there's always somebody going missing. Okay. So I'm sure that they are swamped with cases. But anyway, this can change. It says cold case, lack of activity searching. It has here cast aside, ditch, and throw away, eliminated, allegedly. Okay, that's allegedly. But this says Anyway, this says a cross, across the bridge, some about a bridge. Maybe when he was traveling, he had crossed the bridge. Now, also, when I see keywords, they can be streets. Just saying, bridge can be a street. But anyway, I have here outside, and we know his vehicle was outside. 'Cause it was found outside. It has here, they are in a new location, hidden, unknown. Now, the only thing I can think of is unless he got out of his vehicle and jumped in somebody else's vehicle. Um, Allegedly, if he had car trouble. But anyway, I'm just a messenger, all right? I'm just sharing with you what came out, and I'm going to reshuffle. I have here, go where you feel most alive. I think about somebody, they just want to get away, okay? They want to up and leave home, get away, because they got a lot on their mind. I feel like a lot of this just background information. Drama, envy, create conflict. A troublemaker wants to be seen and heard. Something about money exchange. That could be due to somebody doing a favor for the other. But all I know is money exchange came out. I have here fire. I don't know what Tykerrious zodiac sign is, but the word fire is coming out. I think about fire signs, okay? Like Leo and Aries and all of that. But anyway, I have here artistic, confident, passionate, explosive. That can be emotions heating up, okay? Brave and independent. Something about a dating site. I have here a question. There's more to the story. So pretty much what needs to be said in this situation is not said. And nobody trying to make Tykerrious look in a negative light, okay? But for some reason, what needs to be said is not said. It's more to the story. And I have this right here, hurt feelings. I'm tired of you putting me down with your words. So somebody Tykerrious felt like was putting him down. Okay, let me reshuffle. The energy surrounding Tykerrious Ray disappearance. The energy surrounding Tykerrious Ray disappearance. This says feels like you just wasted your time. And see, I don't know where he was headed, but something still jumped off. Okay, it says feel like you wasted your time. In clarity of the energy surrounding Tykerrious Ray disappearance. In clarity of the energy surrounding Tykerrious Ray disappearance. In clarity of the energy surrounding Tykerrious Ray disappearance. Now I'm getting Earth sign. I think about Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Um, we have here reliable, loyal, hardworking, patient, careful, down to earth. Over here we got stability, groundness, potential, and stillness. Now I see Earth. I think about somebody trying to bring balance to a situation. Okay, but then like I said, one of these could be his zodiac sign. I don't know. I just have two people could be in the know. I got something about trickster and deception. And I told you that moon card that came out. So there is some deception. Surrounding his disappearing, that's some deception, period. Okay? And somebody knows something. Remember that word abuse came out? Abuse. Now, I'm not sure what this means, and I'm not trying to dive deep in this energy. It just says abuse, child, neglect, not being responsible. All that I think of is like the energy of like a neglect parent. But other than that, I'm not really sure what this is all about. So I'm not going to dive deep in that energy. This says, if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. This is the water element. I think about somebody very, very emotional. Okay. Could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. I'm getting nurturing, intuitive, emotional. But anyway, he probably very, very emotional before he went missing. I have here attention, lack of love, self love, or honoring. Watch the company you keep, not loyal. So this speaks about the company that he was keeping. Somebody wasn't loyal. Because we did see the word betrayal. Attention, lack of love, honor of self. Watch the company you keep, not loyal. And right here it says trickster and deception. I'm not really sure what this means. It just says keeping them strung out on drugs to control, overpower them. I'm not saying that he does drugs. I'm not sure what this energy is, unless somebody could have given him something, or he could have been drugged. Okay. Let me reshuffle. Let me reshuffle one more time. What is the energy surrounding Tykerrious disappearance? What is the energy that's surrounding Tykerrious disappearance? Ooh. I got here a situation, catfish alert. You know what? Now I'm wondering. I sure hope he didn't go online and try to meet up with somebody or try to go see somebody. He has here a situation, catfish alert. And a lot of guys do get robbed that way. Just saying. A lot of guys go missing due to leaving home and traveling to meet up with somebody that they've been communicating with online. But anyway, situation catfish alert. Why be in this relationship if you're the secret? They are seeing someone else. All I know is remember we saw the word betrayal. According to the spirit, he's somewhere nearby a church. Now, church can also be a word as far as I think about streets. Okay, it could be a street that has the word church, but it says nearby church. We also saw the word bridge. It could be an actual word, or he could have crossed a bridge. I don't want to show that. Mm, I don't want to show that. Only his loved one would know if Tykerrious was very ambitious. That's like a go getter, you know. But anyway, we did see the message about money passed around. Joker used their money and resources to protect them. Abuse of power, self hate, the need to value self more. I think about somebody that's that's in that place in their life to where they're attracting the wrong kind of people to them. A lot of times that's due to how you feel about yourself. You're not in the best you know headspace. And see the thing about it, he I don't know if he was out of town, but he wasn't that. I don't think he was that close to home at all. I got here. I'm in a location I've been before, so by him being in that new location, right where they found his vehicle in that in Oregon, wherever he was found, has he ever traveled there before? That's the question. Has he ever traveled there before? And if he have, who did he normally go see? Who did he normally go visit? Scam. They are doing this for the money. Doing what for the money? I say scam. See that situation, catfish alert. And it doesn't mean that, you know, um, someone is fooling him when it comes to their image, and that can be the case. But also, also with catfish, you can tell somebody that you're single, but you actually married. You're actually married, or you have a significant other. 'Cause I did get something about setup. He was being set up. And this says, well, I'm not gonna say all that. I don't want to share that. We didn't see the word drugs. I don't know if he does drugs or not. I can get that even if you're smoking weed, but he could have been drugged also. The wind of change of karma has returned negatively. This just says I'm in a location my family has taken me before, whatever that means. Okay, maybe he's in a location that he's been before, hiding behind their title and money and power. Abuse of power. So somebody's operating abuse of power. Okay. But I know all I know is this case is moving very slow. And then it just says authority has a suspect looking at someone, but it could just be letting us know that they have talked to somebody, But they may not really see them as a suspect, or they may not feel like this person has anything to do with it. Um, mm, I'm praying that he's still with his family. Okay, I would love for this to be a scam to where he's alive and he's just laying low. He don't want to be found right now, and he just don't give a damn about who's worried or not. I would love for that to be the case. But it looked like something jumped off. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna shuffle this one more time. I'm gonna end this reading. I'm getting stuff like fraud. Okay. Uh, it look like somebody want to set somebody up. Somebody operating being vindictive. I'm getting set up. I'm getting energy like that. Somebody making an advancement towards somebody and they feel rejected. They're rejecting the advancement. I'm getting stuff like that. What is the energy surrounding the disappearance of Tykerrious Ray? What is the energy surrounding the disappearance of Tykerrious Ray? It's something pertaining to scam and fraud in this story. Okay, I don't know where it fits, but it's something pertaining to scam and fraud in this story. So I'm gonna say I'm getting a lot of deception in this energy, and the ultimate deception could be, he was fooled. Somebody fooled him. He thinking one thing when it's really another. Yep. I'm getting energy about boundaries being crossed. You see what I'm saying? I'm getting energy like boundaries being crossed. I told y'all I'm getting the energy about rejection. Yeah. I remember we saw the word drunk. Somebody could have put something in this drink, and people could take advantage of you like that too. Okay, this is it. This is it. We're gonna hope for the best, okay? Sending out lots of love and light to Tykerrious Ray family members. I pray you was not offended. I'm just trying to help bring some clarity. It's about connecting the dots. Take that which resonates, okay? Because I don't see any information out here about him other than Arctic Fox True Crime. And I happen to see when I Google his name that there's information that I showed many of you on Facebook. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna share this and that's it, okay? Even though I'm getting background information pertaining to um betrayal, okay, and rejection, I'm getting background information like that. Um, I'm just gonna read out what's here, okay? Behind the scenes, someone's looking at important paperwork, bank statements, and contracts. It says question. Question. Behind the scenes, someone's looking at important paperwork, bank statements, and contracts. Okay. I'm just reading them out as I go. Okay. Now this is saying stranger. And how we did see the word, we did see the message. It says two suspects. I think about two people that's in the know. The stranger physically attacked and assaulted them, allegedly. Allegedly. I have here a suspect has a handicap disability, and see that disability could be mental. Okay, they could be mental unbalance. I have here inside what's inside their cup, what's in their drink. We did see the word drunk. I don't know if he drinks or not. I don't care if it's Kool-Aid. Something was in somebody's drink. I have here a back road drop off abandoned wooden area outside of the road, allegedly. They are keeping me against my will, hidden inside their property. This says in water, okay? But we didn't see the water element card. It can represent him being very, very emotional, okay? It has here the Joker lives alone in solitude. That's the other person of interest. Obsessed and unbalanced. The need to get away, escape, not seen or heard, too much going on. They have to think. A lot is on their mind. I feel like this is Tykerrious energy. You wanted to get away. Now, I feel like this. I feel like this is Tykerrious energy. Okay, has healthy boundaries, respect of others, has sense of self. I feel like this is his characteristic. All right. Suspect got away with this crime allegedly, because we're not saying it's a crime. Okay. Suspect got away with this crime, but they will not rest in peace. Their karma will reap. Okay. Fraud, illegal use of another person's money. They know transfer of money. I'm just going to show that because I keep getting something about scam and fraud. Dealing with fear based thoughts and sleepless nights, worrying. Selfish agenda, will not help, share or teach, lack respect, do not listen, avoid responsibilities, being others, I'm sorry, bringing others down. So even though I was getting ignorance in the beginning, it could be due to, at that moment, at that time, as far as how Tykerrious was moving, you know, I think about his mindset during that time, and as well as how he was moving. What comes to me is just not making good choices. Okay, as far as using his intuition, it could have been overlooking the obvious, if you know what I mean. They say it's selfish agenda. Okay, it's only a matter of time until evidence that was left at the scene. Now listen now, because his car was found. His car was found. Evidence that was left at the scene was smokescreen. Oh, to hide their location. Hmm. And you know what? People do this all the time. Things will look one way when it could be really another. Okay? It says evidence that was left at the scene. His car was left at that particular location. But it could be a smoke screen, if you know what I mean, when something could have happened somewhere else. Cause see, the way his car was left, you would think that he got out of his vehicle, or somebody could have taken him right there. But see, this will make it seem more deceptive. You get it? Evidence that was left at the scene was smoke screen to hide their location. So, Tykerrious could have left his vehicle there, or somebody else could have left his vehicle there. Okay. And see, this is very clever. This right here is to throw people off. This is to throw people off. So for me to see this right here, for me to see this right here, he may not be nowhere. He may not be nowhere in that area. Okay, he may not be nowhere in that area. It could be another low area. It could be another area. See this. See, we're dealing with deception here. He may not even be in that area. If this is not his doing, it's somebody else doing. The spirit said something about setup. Evidence that was left at the scene, which was his car, was smokescreen to hide their location. So with that being said, he might not even be in that area. All I know is I given many of you something about a bridge. I given many of you something about near church. I think the word park did show up, but also something about somebody property. I think about a land property. But anyway, this is just saying, and I'm only sharing this. I'm only sharing this because the person of interest. Let me just say that this could be their energy, and I think about somebody that could be crossing boundaries with you. Okay. It says vicarious, being secretive with their sexuality. Now, this could be the other person of interest, okay, as far as crossing boundaries with Tykerrious, all right? But anyway, that's allegedly. Slow progress, lack evidence, nobody at a standstill. So the case is at a standstill right now because they have no evidence and nobody. Competition, drama, beef, rivalry between two compete with each other over someone. So this speaks about competition. Ask the question, situation, why is money involved? Joker slash suspect has inside info knowledge of what's going on in this case, who they know. Now, if this Joker is not a cop, just saying, 'cause that's the only I can think of as far as being in the know, as far as what's going on. Okay, they are definitely tied to somebody that could be maybe friends of a family. They got a spy somewhere on the inside. Joker slash suspect has inside info knowledge of what's going on in this case. Question who they know. And the Joker slash suspect, that's somebody that's in the know, okay? And could possibly have something to do with his disappearance, but it's pretty much somebody that's in the know, okay? Look at that word temptation is popping up. Temptation due to addictions and self limited behaviors from what was once natural. But anyway, temptation is playing a part here. Someone I trusted told me to go this route. I was betrayed and set up. It has here, wears a hat, known for wearing hats. Somebody's known for wearing hats. I don't know if Tykerrious is known for wearing hats or this other individual is known for wearing hats. The need to travel and get away, and boundaries. Boundaries are being violated, standing too close to a person, touching a person without their permission. So something about boundaries being crossed. I know I said I'm gonna make the video short. I get passionate and I be trying to help because I don't really see myself touching this case anymore. I'm just praying for his Tykerrious, safe return. Um, Let me see something. Let me check this out real quick. This is my clue deck, okay? And I'm only using my clue deck because it looked like his vehicle was left there for us gaslighting the authorities, gaslighting the public. You get it? Because see, I was saying that he was that far from the so-called area, but see now what area? Okay, what area? Because it looked like his vehicle was left there to gaslight. Cause see, something could have happened somewhere else. Something could have jumped out somewhere else. You know, he may not be nowhere near his vehicle where it was abandoned. Clarity on disappearance of Tykerrious Ray. What is the energy surrounding Tykerrious disappearance? What is the energy surrounding Tykerrious disappearance? What is the energy surrounding Tykerrious disappearance? Now, this is allegedly. It says mental health unbalance. All I know is this is the energy that's coming out. That's coming out. If this is not Tykerrious energy, it can be somebody else's energy that's playing the part. Okay. Clear this energy surrounding Tykerrious disappearance. This says relationships. They are in love, but their lover or partner union do not feel the same. A lot of this can just be background information, okay? But you see that word in love came out. Dropped off at night. Dumpster. This is a clue, okay? Dumpster. Transported by vehicle. They're not listening, complaining about a situation. So behind the scenes, was Tykerrious, has he been complaining about a situation that was going unnoticed or unheard, going in one ear and not the other? Okay, has he been complaining about a situation and it's going on deaf ears? I got dumped, I got landfill, and it might not be a landfill. What sent out to me is dumped and possibly land, okay? And I showed you mental health unbalanced. Somebody is. Clue the word smoking. It's a clue. I have here betrayal. Came right back out. Basement, cellar, small space, or cave. Something about a small space. So he could have been inside of a location. Cause the word basement. It has here bullying. So has he been experiencing any kind of bullying with somebody? Because we did see something about competition. Somebody competing for the same person of interest. Relationships not healthy. Male. Let's go around one more time, and that's it. One more time, and that's it. Okay, I'm gonna stop here, family. I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna stop here. I'm personally getting land, but he could be near a lake or a river. Okay, he could be near a lake or river around. Okay, they just say burned up. It could be some evidence that was destroyed. Um, and I'm getting something about his clothes. I don't know if some of his clothes were removed or what. I'm not really sure what this is about. I'm just a messenger. Okay, ghosting, abandoned, caught in the middle of others' beef and drama. It just says close removed, but this could be background. This could be background information. Met up with them, dropped off. I keep getting something about being dropped off. Feeling bored, the need for adventure, explore. Has a unhealthy addiction to attracting toxic relationships. It's just good to know this stuff because it can get an idea of who he may have went to go visit. Feeling hopeless and frustration, depressed, loss of interest. So like he was, experiencing some depression, obsessed, secret admirer, stalking, not running away, facing their fears. Something was stolen, whether it's keys, money, or a phone. Something was stolen. It just says uh, crawl space, attic. He could have been in a location, that was well, I'm just sharing what I have here, okay? I'm still getting on somebody's property, okay? Some kind of land. It just says here, clue, the word staff worker. And for some reason, the word maintenance was coming to me. I did let many of you know I was getting somebody has a problem solving skills, okay? But anyway, clue, the word staff worker, whatever that means. I got here, check near cemetery wooded lot area. What stands out to me is wooded lot. It just says lace drugs, but I was getting anyway that something was tampered with. I don't know if it was his drink or whatever. I got here sneaky, crafty, and cunning. Somebody being sneaky, and include the word dance. Okay, but anyway, um, this is it. I don't mean to go over an hour because we don't take all that. All I know is I feel like it's a good chance Tykerrious could have been set up. Okay, um, like he could have been set up as far as somebody wanted to get back at him for some reason. And like I said, his vehicle being at that location, that's pretty much smoking screen. And that's to throw people off. Question a friend of the family. Deception, I did not call or text anyone back. Lies, false narrative. Payback, revenge, teaching them a lesson. Somebody feel like it's his karma due to something that happened in the past, okay? And I'm getting something about somebody is married also. I'm not saying he was seeing somebody married, but we did see Catfish, okay? We did see Catfish. Update news coming in within 2 or 3 weeks. Being secretive, so Tykerrious could have been very secretive as far as how he's been moving out here. I'm just praying that he's okay and he just needed mental space and he just wanted to be alone to think, if you know what I mean, okay? I'm getting the word secret lover. I'm ready to end this family. I'm just looking for last clues. Outside of the area, rural country, trees near water, wooded area. Hmm. It just says, because we didn't see the word dance, so I don't know if he went out, I don't know if he went somewhere as far as to be social. Um, it just says accident cover up, no one's talking, side effects, had a bad allergic reaction. Accusations, rumor, and gossip. Away from the city, deep south in the country. They don't want to be exposed, whoever they is. I'm getting a clue. I'm getting a clue. Laundry. It's about laundry. I know them. I know what they are. Their background, job. Who are they related to? Question. They are protected and covered. And covered. Fighting back. Something about assault. Back roads. Clue. They testified in court. Secrets. So did Tykerrious did something happen in the past due to he was complaining about somebody and something pertaining to court? Did he have to testify in court about something or something pertaining to court? I don't know what that means. Something about student. I don't know what that means. Struggling, dealing with personal issues. Has another lover. You're in the dark. They have secrets. Partner in crime, alliance, mutual benefits. Dark crawl space. Cause I was getting something about he was moved. Harassment, stop, leave me alone. Like I said, I'll get something about somebody crossing boundaries with him. Question related to a court case, past or present. Missing, lost, possibly no recovery. And something about a convenience store. He could have been seen at a convenience store as well. This is Shell or BP, but I cannot tell you the exact location, all right? That I cannot tell you. All I know is where his car was dropped off, transported by vehicle. It's like he was trying to move forward from something. Moving forward, not looking back, moving on. When friend turns foe, the enemy. Secretly meeting up my business. So at the end of the day, it looked like Tykerrious was being very secretive. Okay, his loved one need to find out who he been seeing. Cause somebody set him up. That's all I gotta say. It's like he was set up, and he was dealing with personal issues anyway, pertaining to relationships anyway. That had his man mushy, if you know what I mean. Okay, feeling the need to get away, feeling the need to get away. I think about the word escape, to clear his mind, clear his head. So anyway, this is my reading on 28-year-old Tykerrious, who is presently missing. Seen lots of love and light his way and pray that he will be found. Thank you for watching, family. Let's keep Tykerrious in our prayers and that light will continually shine on this darkness surrounding his disappearance. Okay? And he's missing from Oregon. Thank you for watching, and much love to his family members. And if I had offended any of you, I apologize in advance. That's not my intention. I'm here to shed light and to try to be the voice for the voiceless. I pray that your loved one will be found. Peace.